नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय, गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय, गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय, राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय, राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Girdhari Radha Girdhari Radhe Jaya Radha Girdhari Radha Girdhari Radhe Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe Jaya Radha Rasa Bihari Radha Rasa Bihari Radhe Jaya Radha Rasa Bihari Radha Rasa Bihari Radhe Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari Radha Kunja Bihari Radhe Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari Radha Kunja Bihari Radhe Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Radha Bhakti Bihari Radha Bhakti Bihari Radhe Jaya Radha Bhakti Bihari Radha Bhakti Bihari Radhe Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol बोलो श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीम उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी. Welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So last time we are at chapter number 10, sloka number 9 we have done. We'll start from sloka number 10. We'll recite the verses with translation. Then we'll start discussion followed by Mangalacharan. Chapter 10, slok 9. Machchitta madgata prana bodhayantah parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushayanti cha ramanti cha. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. Slok number 10. Tesam satat yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mama upayanti te. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. 10.11. Tesam evanukampartham aham ajnanajam tamah nasyatmi atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhasvata. To show them special mercy, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. 10.12 and 13. Arjuna uvacha param brahma param dhama pavitram paramam bhavam purusham shashvatam divyam adidevam ajam vibhum आहूष त्वाम ऋषया सर्वे देवर्षिर्नारदस्तथा असितो देवलो व्यासः स्वयं चैव ब्रवीषि मे. Arjuna said, you are the supreme personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth. You are the eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest. All the great sages such as Narad, Asit, Deval and Vyas confirm this truth about you. And now you yourself are declaring it to me. 14th sloka. Sarvam etadaritam manne yanamama vadasi keshava nahite bhagavan bhakti vidur deva nadanava. O Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither the demigods nor the demons, O Lord, can understand your personality. 10.15. Swayam evatmanatmanam vethatvam purushottama bhuta bhavana bhutesha deva deva jagatpate. Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own internal potency. O Supreme Person, origin of all, Lord of all beings, God of gods, Lord of the universe. 10.16. वक्तुम अर्हसि अशेषेण दिव्य ही आत्मविभूतयः याभिर्विभूतिर्भिर्लोकान् इमां सत्वां व्याप्य तिष्ठसि. Please tell me in detail of your divine opulences by which you pervade all these words. 17th sloka. Sloka number 17. Katham vidyam aham yogim Twam sada parichintayan kesu kesu cha bhavesu chintayosi bhagavan maya. O Krishna, O Supreme Mystic, how shall I constantly think of you? And how shall I know you? In what forms are you to be remembered, O Supreme Personality of Godhead? 10.18. Vistarenatmano yogam vibhutim cha janardana bhuyah kathaya triptir hi srinuvato hi nasti me mritam. O Janardana, again, please describe in detail the mystic power of your opulences. I am never satiated in hearing about you. For the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words. 10.19 Sri Bhagavana Uvachu Hantate Kathayishyami Divya hi Atma Vibhutaya Pradhanyatah Kuru Srishtha Nasti Anto Vistarasya Me. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, yes, I will tell you of my splendorous manifestations, but only of those which are prominent, O Arjuna, for my opulence is limitless. 10.20 Aham Atma Gudekesha Sarvabhutasaya Stitah Aham Adischa Madhyam Cha Bhutanama Anta Eva Cha. I am the super soul, O Arjuna, seated in the hearts of all living entities. I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all beings. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So we are at sloka number 10. So we'll revise what is there in sloka number 9. Sloka number 9 we have seen Macchitta madagata prana bodhayantah parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushayanti cha ramanti cha. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. So here, Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna that, oh Arjuna, my devotees are always thinking about me. They never discuss about any other thing. They always chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They visit temple. They donate. They contribute in various activities of temple. So the opulence of absolute, text number 9 from chapter number 10. Symptoms of a pure devotee, Krishna becomes his life. What is the symptom of a pure devotee? Only Krishna is the objective of devotee. So those who are devotees, they always chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They follow 4 regulative principles and chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. What are the 4 regulative principles? No illicit sex, no intoxication, no meat eating, and no gambling. So these are the four regulative principles. So one should follow these 4 regulative principles and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So if you start doing this, actually you are performing devotional service. You are already in trance. You are already in samadhi. And Krishna becomes his life and soul, and he constantly hears about and discuss Krishna. So those who are devotees, they always talk about Krishna. They talk with devotees and they talk about Krishna. So by this, what happens? They practice very much, and their consciousness is totally about Krishna. They are completely absorbed in Krishna consciousness. So there are 2 stages of devotional service: preliminary stage and mature stage. In preliminary stage, they release the transcendental pleasure from the service itself. So what they do? They perform devotional service. They hear Krishna Katha. They go to temple. They visit. They associate with devotees. So all time by doing things, they are under study. Okay, if they don't commit any mistake, they are guided by the pure devotees. In mature stage, what happens? They are always situated in love of God, and thus release the highest perfection, which is exhibited by the Lord in his abode. Okay, once they are mature, they are in devotional service for a very, very long time. So they become mature. Maturity comes automatically. So what happens here? They are always in prema of God. So Lord Krishna is always waiting for prema of devotees. So once if devotee dive into prema of Lord Krishna, he becomes pure. He becomes like Krishna. So because Krishna is the reservoir of all opulences and qualities. So if devotee worship Krishna, devotee also become like Krishna. The feature of Krishna automatically given to devotees. Okay, so the one who is in prema is non-different from Krishna. In Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in the ecstasy many times. He fell into ecstasy many times while chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, so that is known as Bhakti Lata Bij. So once you start thinking about Krishna, discussing about Krishna, so you are in already samadhi, you are in trance. Okay, or the analogy is Bhakti Lata Bij, how Bhakti Lata Bij is fructified. So here in this sloka, Lord Krishna is saying, the thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. They are always absorbed, their thoughts are absorbed in me. And they are always thinking about me. They are always chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They are performing devotional service to the fullest, 100%. They are giving 100%. Okay, so you have to think that you have to give 100% in pure devotional service. Okay, and their life is fully devoted to my service. Performing Krishna consciousness is their duty. To serve Krishna, they consider it mandatory. They are always engaged in service. They are always engaged in some activity in the temple. They are always listening, hearing Krishna Katha, Krishna Leela, and they try to surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna. They derive great satisfaction and bliss, always conversing about me. So Lord Krishna himself is saying that devotees are always discussing about Krishna, discussing about me. Okay, so those who are absorbed in the thoughts of Krishna, they are already in samadhi. They converse about Krishna, they talk about Krishna, they read Srimad Bhagavad Gita, they read Srimad Bhagavatam, they read scriptures, they follow Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, they attend to the temple, they attend for Mangal Arati. So these are all activities are part of devotional service. So right from beginning, early in the morning, if you start doing service, when you late night sleep, you will remember Krishna. And if you remember Krishna before sleeping, at the time of sleeping, what will happen? You will be absorbed in Krishna consciousness. So if you get dream while sleeping, you will see Krishna in your dream. Why? Because you are thinking about Krishna. So your consciousness has become pure. Okay, and that is very important. If your consciousness is pure, you will be absorbed in Krishna consciousness. Why do the devotees discuss Srimad Bhagavatam? So Srimad Bhagavatam in 12th canto, 13th verse, 13th chapter, 18th verse. Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amlam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam. So Srimad Bhagavatam says nectarian narrations about transcendental relation between Lord and his devotee, free from dharma, artha, kama and moksha. So this is a transcendental narration, and realized souls take pleasure in such literature. Analogy, like just like a young boy and girl take pleasure in association. When young boy and girl meet, how they enjoy their association. Similarly, a devotee enjoy with Lord Krishna if he is engaged in chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, performing devotional service. Okay, so all time he is involved in the service of Krishna. He had firm faith on Krishna that Krishna is very merciful. Krishna is going to take care of everything of mine. Okay? So it is like that. Whatever you lack, Krishna will give you. And whatever you have, Krishna will preserve it. Okay, so it is like that. Mare Krishna rakhe ke, and rakhe Krishna mare ke. If Krishna wants to protect, no one can kill, no one can hurt. And if Krishna wants to kill, no one can protect. So it is like Mare Krishna rakhe Krishna mare ke. Okay, so Krishna performs his duty related with the devotee. Why? Because he knows that all the devotees are devoted to me. They even don't care about themselves. So devotee don't care about themselves, and Lord Krishna also don't care about him. He always take care of his devotees. Why? Because they are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So while they are preparing, while they are cooking, they remember Krishna. While they are chanting, they remember Krishna. While performing deity seva, they remember Krishna. While distributing Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam scriptures, they remember Krishna. While playing with children, they are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, so that child can also flourish in his life. Okay, he can learn the lessons from Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, sloka. So child's memory, kids' memories are very strong, very sharp. They can remember sloka just by hearing once and twice. And if a devotee is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, chanting Bhagavad Gita, chanting Bhagavatam sloka, every time in front of children, children can be liberated. They can become Krishna consciousness. And in future, they can become the part of Krishna consciousness movement. Okay, so it is like that in the chapter, in text number 9. Now we'll see. So in verse number 9, there is example of Bhakti Lata Beach. How this Bhakti Lata Beach is fructified. It is the seed of devotional service. What is the seed of devotional service? Rare fortune to get seed of bhakti. Of innumerable living entity, few fortunate ones meet a pure devotee and get a chance to practice devotional service. If you associate with a devotee, Bhakti Lata Bij is initiated. That is the seed of devotional service. And somewhere in your mind or somewhere your body, somehow your body is inclined to perform devotional service. So what you have to do, you have to associate with devotees. The right seed is initiated from there. Then second, watering the seed, hearing and chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Once a devotee is initiated, when a neophyte devotee is initiated or associate with a devotee, what he has to do? He has to start chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Very, very important part. Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and hearing Krishna Leela and Krishna Katha. Then step number 3, seed fructifies and grows and penetrates covering of material universe. You can live in material life, but while living in material life, if you are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, if you are performing devotional service, your life is purified. And you start growing in the devotional service. Then stage number 4 reaches Brahma Jyoti and grows more. Similarly, you start growing and you reach to Brahma Jyoti. Then stage number 5, final destination, reaches the highest planet, Golok Vrindavan, and takes shelter under the lotus feet of Krishna and rests there. Final destination is that. What is the final destination? Reach to the Golok Vrindavan Dham, back home, back to Godhead. And so unto the lotus feet of Krishna. Then stage number 6 gradually bears fruits and flowers, and watering process goes on. While in Golok Vrindavan Dham, while concentrating on the final destination of Golok Vrindavan Dham, one gradually starts progressing towards the devotional service. Okay, you start offering Lord Krishna water, flower, patram pushpam phalam toyam. Okay, so in stage number 7, full absorption. Thus one becomes fully absorbed in love of Godhead. What is the final destination of Krishna consciousness? Prema. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to get filled sometimes while chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He used to go in the deep devotional service, deep absorption, and he used to fall down. When you are in absorption, deep absorption, there are chances you may fall down. Fall down means fall on the floor. Okay, you don't have consciousness at that time. You lose the consciousness. Okay, that is known as full absorption. Stage number 8, cannot live a moment without Lord. Once devotee starts feeling ecstasy, the actual prema, actual love with God, he cannot live without a God a moment. At this stage, devotee attains transcendental qualities in contact with the Lord. Okay, and see, when you are in prema, when you are in ecstasy, you cannot live without God. Like fish, if you remove fish out of water, fish cannot survive. Similarly, if you remove a devotee, the one who is in pure love of Krishna consciousness, he cannot survive. He may die. There are chances he may die, or he cannot live without Krishna. So because the prema, the actual love of God, he has dived into the absorption of Krishna consciousness moment. Okay, so this is known as Bhakti Lata Bij, and we understood how Bhakti Lata Bij fructified. Lord Chaitanya compares transcendental devotional service to sowing of a seed in the heart of a living entity. If you start chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it is the stage of Bhakti Lata Bij. It is one of the step of Bhakti Lata Bij. So if you start chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, a seed is fructified, or a seed is sown into the heart, and your heart becomes purified every time you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this is the challenge that you have to take up. And it is rightly mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Baddha Leela. 19.152 to 154. Then comes text number 9. Tesam satat yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mama upayanti te. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Lord Krishna is taking the guarantee, taking the responsibility, because if a devotee is absorbed in devotional service, performing devotional service, following Guru, Sadhu and Sast, going to temple, hearing lecture, Krishna Katha, Krishna Leela, contributing in temple activities, contributing in temple deity seva, or he has engaged himself in various activities of temple. Then what happens? Dadami Buddhi Yogam tam. Krishna himself comes to give mercy to such a devotee. So, Lord to those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give understanding by which they can come to me. So Krishna is responsible. If you are taking the name of Krishna, Krishna is responsible about any kind of difficulty which is coming in between while performing the devotional service. So Lord reciprocates with his pure devotee by giving required intelligence. Okay, so if a particular neophyte devotee is engaged in devotional service, Lord sends his representative or he himself comes sometimes. Okay, so there are different steps of yoga. Next stage. Okay, Buddhi Yoga. What is Buddhi Yoga? Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga, you can say. It means whatever karma you are performing, it is not karma kanda. Karma kanda means you are performing the particular task for your own benefit. And Karma Yoga means you are performing things for Krishna. So you are attaching with Krishna. You are attaching the fruits of your action with Krishna. If you do this process, what will happen? The fruit will be sanctified. All the dosha of that particular fruit will be removed by Krishna. Krishna removed the entire contamination of the fruits of action. Okay, so Buddhi means intelligence and Yoga means my mystic activities or mystic elevation. Thus, Buddhi Yoga is the process by which one gets out of the entanglement of the material. So, Buddhi Yoga is the process by which one gets out of the entanglement of the material. So, if you have Buddhi Yoga, it means you have attached your Buddhi with Krishna. If you have the knowledge of Krishna, it is the part of Buddhi Yoga. If you are performing your action for Krishna, it is part of Buddhi Yoga. If you are offering the fruits of your action to Krishna, it is part of Buddhi Yoga. Okay, so ultimate goal of progress, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so you have to perform devotional service so that you can get love of Krishna. If you get prema, love of Krishna, that is the ultimate, that is the final destination. How one can get introduced to know this goal? By association of devotees and bona fide spiritual master. So if you want to get advantage of the devotional service, you have to associate with devotees and you have to follow the instructions given by spiritual master. So Lord gives the intelligence in Bhakti Yoga. If you perform Bhakti Yoga, Lord gives intelligence. Lord is responsible. If you are performing devotional service, Lord is responsible. Because you are taking the name of Lord, so Lord is responsible. If you are taking the name of material things, so you are dependent on material things. And material things comes and go. But Lord's benediction is eternal. It is transcendental. Krishna helps externally bona fide spiritual master. And internally, from within gives him instructions to come to him. If Lord wants to help externally, he sends his representative or some spiritual guru. But if he wants to help internally, he gives Buddhi. He gives Buddhi Yoga. And you perform activities in Buddhi Yoga, you attain Krishna. You go to abode of Lord Krishna. You attain the lotus feet of Krishna. Okay, so Lord Krishna helps externally and internally both. So only qualification, be sincere and devoted to the activities of devotional service. So what you have to do, you have to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So what you have to do, you have to chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra repeatedly and hear the Mahamantra. So Krishna enters through your ear. So Lord gives the intelligence in Bhakti Yoga. Only expectation one should perform some sort of work for Krishna with love. Okay, so what should be expectation? That if one is performing at least one activity, at least he is taking one time name of Krishna in 24 hours a day, he is eligible for pure love of Krishna. By following Guru, Sadhu and Sastra, by associating with devotees, he can progress in devotional service. So different steps of yoga. So Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Buddhi Yoga. So what is Karma Yoga? Karma Yoga means when one knows the goal is Krishna but is addicted to the fruits. Then that is known as Karma Yoga. One knows that everything is for Krishna, but he enjoys, but he is addicted in enjoying the fruits which is given by Krishna only. Then comes Jnana Yoga. When one knows the goal is Krishna, but takes pleasure in mental speculation to understand Krishna, he is acting in Jnana Yoga. Okay, and Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga is same. When one knows the goal and seeks completely in Krishna consciousness and devotional service, he is acting in Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga, the complete yoga, the highest perfectional stage. If one knows Bhakti Yoga, one is in Buddhi Yoga or using his Buddhi for Krishna consciousness and completely absorbed in Krishna consciousness, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra all time, taking part in various activities of Krishna consciousness, then that is known as Bhakti Yoga or Buddhi Yoga. These are different steps of yoga. Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Buddhi Yoga. Then text number 11. Tesam evanukampartham aham ajnanajam tamah nasyami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhasvata. Special mercy of the Lord. Lord destroys all impediments and dispels any ignorance in the heart with the shining lamp of knowledge. Lord Krishna is saying, to show them special mercy, I dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. So Krishna is taking guarantee. If one is taking my name, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, following devotional service, following the 4 regulative principles, chanting regularly, honest about his devotional service, I dwell in their hearts and I have the shining lamp of knowledge. With that knowledge, I destroy their ignorance. So Krishna is saying, if you are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, means it is the actual purifying process of the heart. If you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and hear through your ear, Krishna enters through ear and purifies your heart. So that is the special mercy of the Lord. Lord destroyed all the impediments and dispels any ignorance in the heart with the shining lamp of knowledge. So Krishna is light and this material world is ignorance. So if you want to remove this ignorance, so you have to take the help of Krishna, because Krishna only has that shining lamp of knowledge with which ignorance can be removed, completely eliminated from your life, from this material world. So here Lord reciprocates with his pure devotee by destroying all the impediments and dispels any ignorance of the heart with the shining lamp of knowledge. So what is the special mercy of the Lord? Philosophers criticize devotees as naive sentimentalists. Lord Chaitanya was criticized by Prakashanand Saraswati in Banaras. So while Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was spreading Hare Krishna Mahamantra in Banaras, there was Brahmanis, there was Vaishnavas, those who used to criticize Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, such an example of Prakashanand Saraswati in Banaras. Okay, so Lord was distributing Krishna Prasad, Krishna name, but others were busy in criticizing the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And refutation, we can see many learned scholars have put forward philosophy of devotion. Even if a devotee is not intelligent enough to take advantage of the literatures of his spiritual master, if sincere, then held by Krishna from within, given in Bhagavad Gita 10.11. Tesam evanukampartham aham ajnana jamatamah nashyami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhashvata. So Krishna has that shining lamp of knowledge by which ignorance can be killed totally. So Krishna is like the shining lamp or like the sun who destroys all the darkness in the heart of a devotee. So Krishna is like sunlight. So sunlight, when sunlight comes, darkness is completely removed. So when Krishna comes into your heart, ignorance is completely eliminated from your heart. So we have to follow the rules and regulations. What about the material necessities of life? When darkness is removed and Lord is pleased, everything is automatically provided by the Lord. So in this material world, we are worried about many things. I want to have this, I want to have that. I want to accumulate lots of money. I want to have property. I want to have bangla. I want to have car. I want to have so much money. But by these money, you cannot buy bhakti or devotional service. So bhakti and devotional service is such a nice process that you have to absorb into that and learn devotional service from the right person, devotees, spiritual master, and then you can start distributing Krishna Prasad, Krishna's name, into this material world. So speculation or mere mental effort fails to help. So conclusion of this particular sloka verse is there is no possibility to understand the supreme truth simply by speculating. If you just sit at one place and close your eyes and start thinking about Krishna, what will happen? It will break, and the result will be it will be destroyed. Okay, so if at all you want to understand Krishna, you want to remember Krishna at the time of death, you have to associate with devotees. You have to spread Krishna consciousness movement into the society, so that you can have more people to discuss Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, instructions given by Srila Prabhupada, instructions given by our acharyas. Okay, so that you have to spread the knowledge of Krishna. Okay, so this is a special mercy of the Lord. Krishna has provided all these things. Krishna has provided and Krishna has also not provided. It is our understanding whether we can, how we can utilize a particular thing, a certain thing in our life so that our ignorance can be killed. So if you perform devotional service, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, so that mantra will kill ignorance sitting inside in the form of demon. So this ignorance is demon, is like a demon. So if there is demon, Krishna has to kill this demon. So by taking Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you are taking Krishna Mahamantra and it will destroy the demon in the form of ignorance which is sitting inside your heart. Supreme truth is so great that it is not possible to understand him simply by mental effort. So Krishna is such a powerful, or Krishna is the ultimate truth. You cannot understand by your mental speculation, mundane methods. It is waste of time. So only by devotional service, a devotee can please Lord. So a Lord prefers devotional service. If one is absorbed in devotional service, unto the feet of lotus feet of Krishna, he can attain Krishna's abode, Golok Vrindavan Dham. So by his unconceivable energy, he can reveal himself to the heart of a pure devotee and all darkness is dispelled. So Krishna is so powerful. If you take his name, Krishna will enter into your heart and kill the ignorance in the form of demon. Okay. So many of you have many doubts in devotional service. So don't never ever doubt on devotional service because it is already pure. It doesn't require your certificate to be pure. Okay. So that is the text number 11. Then from verse number 10.12 to 10.18, Arjuna accepts Krishna's position and requests to hear more of his opulences. So Krishna, Lord Arjuna is requesting Krishna, oh Krishna, please tell me about your opulences more and more. One can feel hungry, one can be satisfied, but Arjuna was not satisfied. He was hungry. That I want to hear about more about you, more and more. So that's why Bhagavad Gita happened from Krishna. So Bhagavad Gita is the key for Buddhi Yoga. If you read Bhagavad Gita, if you read Srimad Bhagavatam, you can flourish in your material life. Even people can see that you are in material life, but you can be liberated. You are unaffected by these material energies. How Arjuna accept Bhagavad Gita? Arjuna accepted Bhagavad Gita pavitram, the purest, untainted by material contamination. Pavitra means untainted by material contamination. Bhagavad Gita can never contaminate by anyone. Paramam Bhavan, the absolute truth. So Arjuna has accepted Krishna as Param. You are above all. Purusham, you are a person, supreme enjoyer. Oh Krishna, you possess all the six opulences. You are the supreme enjoyer. Give me a chance to serve you. Purusham. Shashwatam, eternal. Krishna is eternal. Super soul is eternal. Soul is eternal. Adi Devam, original Lord. Krishna is the original Lord. How Krishna is? How Arjuna is glorifying Krishna? Oh Krishna, you are Shashwatam. You are Pavitram. You are Paramam Bhavan. You are Purusham. You are Divyam. You are Adi Devam. You are original Lord. You are Lord of all demigods. That is Adi Devam. Ajam, you are unborn. Vibhum, the greatest. You are greatest. So you are greatest. At the same time, you are lowest also. So Krishna has a free will. Whatever he wants to have, he can have. So he is the maintainer of the entire universe. Vibhum, the greatest. Accepted by all acharyas. Narada, Asita, Devala, Vyasa. So here, Srila Prabhupada is saying that everyone has accepted Lord Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay? Arjuna Uvacha Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Saswatam Divyam Adi Devam Ajam Vibhum. Okay? So that is 10.12. So here Krishna is saying that Param Brahma, Param Bhavan, Param Dhama. Arjuna said, you are the supreme personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth. You are the eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest. All the great sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vyasa confirm this truth about you, and now you yourself are declaring it to me. So Krishna is saying that I am the ultimate. Arjuna is saying that you are ultimate God. So if at all you want to accept Krishna as God, supreme personality of Godhead, surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna, you have to follow Arjuna, like Arjuna is doing. Because Arjuna here is playing a role of ordinary living entity, and Krishna is supreme person. So Arjuna has accepted that Krishna, you are Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Purusham, Shashwatam, Divyam, Adidevam, Ajam, Vibhum, accepted by all Acharyas, Narada, Asita, Devala, Vyasa. You are Param Brahma, you are supreme truth, you are Param Dham, you are ultimate abode. So we have to accept Krishna like Arjuna has accepted. So we'll stop over here. We'll start from 12th verse next time. Any question you can ask? श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा।